what people think about the judicial system. Just hear from black folks and how they feel. I want to ask you, in light of, what's been going on in Ferguson, and you know what went on in South Carolina with the shooting of the young African-American male, how has that affected you as it relates to how you feel about the police and the judicial system as a whole?
Well, actually, gonna have you right scared. Every time you get pulled over, now you don't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a ticket, I'm gonna get a bullet. I'm gonna get a ticket, I'm gonna get a bullet.
They don't trust the police because you giving information to the police, and the police is in conjunction with the judge and the mayor, and that's the reason that all these local shoot downs, just murderers are on the street, and then they don't have a chance because you can march, you can do all the things you want to do, but when you take it to the court system, it's already fixed, and they don't trust you. And when you right in broad daylight and you shoot a young man down like that, and then they see where it's no grounds to stand on to take it, the grand jury say, well, it's not enough to take the court, and they're gonna say, well, we dismiss him. That's something that's offered and it's passed down through the other police force. Now, I'm not saying that all police are like that, but the good old boys club, most of them are just the same.
Well, I'd have to probably say justifiably so. They probably view them as racist. Again, we're just looking at incidents that make the headline news and not necessarily all the good things that happen between the police and the neighborhood. But just like teenagers, when we see something on the news about one teenager, we sort of classify all teenagers into that same classification. So I'd have to say probably the black community feels that the police are prejudiced toward them and they are unjustly treated.
How do you view prosecutors? If you were, when you hear that term, what do you think about prosecutors? Do you think that they work in conjunction with the police, or do you think they're independent, or what?
Well, nobody really get on the prosecutor's side until they get affected. You know what I'm saying? When they hit close to home, that's when you want to call the police and all that. But when something else goes around, and the police come around and ask you, have you seen anything, then the snitch clause come up. You know what I'm saying? But when it hits you personally, that's when you want to prosecute. I want you to dig down, get your extra lawyers, and go Johnny Cochran or something.
It's still that negative in between the gap that Americans trying to put together anyway, but you got these people like in Ferguson, which the whole entire city is dominated by Caucasian policemen, and the same ones that they go with the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, they go out with them, they socialize outside their realm too. And the average black person that's in that city doesn't have a chance really.
Let's say you're called to serve on a jury. What would you look for when you sat down in courtroom from that prosecutor?
Well, my mindset right now, with everything going on, it's hard to put things aside, speaking, of being people of my race and what's going on and knowing about the past. But being a mature adult, you got to put all the past and this is a human being on trial, let's think clearly about it. So picking juries nowadays might be kind of hard, I'm telling you. Because right now, I would call a jury duty on one of these cases. I don't know, I might have to decline or something. I don't know, man, because it's tough. It's tough.
Because it'd be tough because you believe that in light of everything that's going on and what you see and what you hear and what you read, that it's hard to trust law enforcement?
Yeah, I can say, put it like this here. This is how I see it. Okay, bad rap between pit bulls, black men, and law enforcement got the same bad rap. All of it's not bad. But you see one, right now, police stopped me a few weeks ago, asked me why I was nervous. I didn't do anything. I told them, man, why you stop me? I'm nervous. It's just a natural thing with me, growing up. You know what I'm saying?
How do you think African Americans view police officers?
That they can't be trusted, which is unfortunate because I have a brother-in-law who's a police officer, and he does a good job, and he's an honest guy. But I think with all the light that has been getting in the media, especially, that they just have it's just a negative outlook on police officers, period.
That could have been my brother. That could have been me. That could have been the local postman that just, hey, he had a day off and you go down there and then you get a policeman that comes up to his car and harasses him for no reason out of natural reaction. African American, they're gonna jump back like that, and you get shot down for no reason. Now that's a mother without a child, and you can't explain that.
So what are your thoughts of jury duty?
I think it's set up so that the system will remain fair.
What people don't understand is when you serve on the jury, you have the opportunity to actually help someone who may truly be innocent. I've served on juries before where the evidence supported that the person was innocent, but you have people that are on the jury that prejudge and come in and say, well, I don't like that person and I think they're guilty.
Am I going to be fair and equitable? Am I going to be able to accept all the information and put it into facts and figures? So ultimately, when you come up with your guilty or innocent plea, you feel confident that you've come up with the right decision.
Well, I would hope that they would be fair and, as far as justice is concerned, upholding the law and doing their job the way that it should be done without any intimidation or anything like that.
If you don't participate in the judicial system, you don't get to help that person that may be wrongly convicted.
So ultimately, the individual could be guilty, but if he got a good defense lawyer, he may or she may be found innocent and set free.
Now we passed by, we started.
I want to ask you, have you ever become, you know what's been going on